Prepare for an adventure, thrill seekers. Immerse yourself in 30 intense encounters with mountain bikers, hikers, and formidable bears. From heart-pounding chases to suspenseful face-offs, these wild moments capture daring clashes between humans and nature's giants. Brace yourself for an unforgettable journey filled with adrenaline and awe-inspiring wilderness encounters. At the beginning of this frightening encounter, a man can be seen carefully scouting the area he is hiking in after spotting something in the distance. He then proceeds to throw rocks at the shadowy figure behind the bushes, hoping that it will go away, only for this terrifying sequence to happen. Startled by the spray, the large black bear immediately backs away, trying to assess the situation while also establishing dominance over its territory. The bear ultimately decides to back off a few feet more from the hiker, easing the pressure of this incredibly tense situation they are in. Black bears are generally less aggressive than grizzly bears, but they can still be dangerous, especially if provoked, surprised, or defending their young or territory. The encounter ends with both of them retreating unharmed, which is fortunate. Two hikers can be heard shouting their hearts out at something stalking them from the bushes, patiently waiting for a chance to strike. The hikers try their best to appear larger and scarier than they really are by waving their hands up and shouting, but to no avail. The predator appears determined to test them, gradually diminishing the separation between them and escalating towards something frightening. Black bears can swiftly close distances when pursuing prey, reaching speeds of up to 30 miles per hour or 48 kilometers per hour for short bursts. The spray does not deter the predator immediately, as it can be seen still harassing the hikers, but moments later, this happens. Thankfully, their spray worked, or things could have quickly gotten out of control. A group of hunters can be seen tracking a prey that they shot when all of a sudden they freeze in fear after seeing this. The vicious predator can be seen clawing and biting at their kill, already first to the scene, angering the hunters in the process. They scream and attempt to scare the predator away, but to no avail, leaving them with no choice but to do this. Bear spray is formulated to deter bears, and is generally not harmful to them when used properly. It causes temporary irritation to their eyes and nose without inflicting permanent harm. They are extremely lucky that the predator got scared instead of attacking them, as they could have easily walked away without spraying in the first place. The predator runs away from the scene, leaving the hunters well and unharmed. A small family of grizzly bears, including 2 cubs and their mother, inadvertently ventures too close to a public road, prompting concerned individuals to call park rangers. A large group of people can be observed recording and taking pictures of the predators as they pick berries alongside the busy road. Nursing grizzly bears can be more dangerous as they are highly protective of their cubs, exhibiting heightened aggression to safeguard their offspring. Despite this, the people in the video can be seen getting too close for pictures and too loud for the bears, leading to this to happen. The park ranger immediately sprays bear spray at the bears, making the predators retreat into the forest, de-escalating the situation. Thankfully, the bears left immediately. Who knows what would have happened otherwise? 2 hunters camping on a tree were greeted with a horrifying surprise after a giant mother black bear stumbled upon them along with her cub. The hunters are left with no other choice but to hope for the best while pointing a bow and a bear spray toward the predators. Moments later, the cub decides it would be a good idea to climb the tree, leaving the hunters with no choice but to follow suit. The cub immediately loses its grip and falls to the ground, running away as soon as it gets back on its paws. Black bears are naturally curious animals, often exploring their surroundings, but interactions should be approached with caution to avoid potential conflicts. After seeing the bears run away, the hunters finally get to relax for a while. Two hikers, in the midst of setting up camp, abruptly halt their preparations when they notice their surroundings. The two bears also spot the hikers, sparking their curiosity and prompting the bears to approach the hikers more closely. Grizzly bears can exhibit curiosity in exploring their environment, but their responses can vary, and caution is crucial to prevent potential conflict. The predators continued walking towards the hiker's spot, which made one of the hikers nervous enough to do this. Upon grabbing his things, the predators get startled and immediately run off from the hikers, leaving them alone completely. The hikers breathe a sigh of relief, knowing well what they avoided. At the beginning of this incredible yet terrifying encounter, hikers record themselves encountering a large bear while on a dirt path. Left with no other choice, they stand their ground and try to remain as calm as possible despite their current situation. The animal then proceeds to look at the hikers, continuing to walk towards the dirt path while being only a few feet from them. Black bears can be dangerous, particularly if they feel threatened or surprised, or if they perceive humans as a potential threat to their cubs or territory. The hikers maintain their composure, speaking to the bear in a calm manner to prevent provoking it and to avoid any further confrontation with the animal. The bear, hearing their Australian accent, decides to walk away to avoid trouble. Spotting something from afar, the man excitedly snaps a souvenir photo of the unexpected encounter with nature's majesty. Surprise strikes when the bear begins a slow approach, alarming the man, who readies himself with bear spray for defense. Tension fills the air as the man stands his ground, prepared for a potential encounter with the slowly advancing bear. Fortunately, relief washes over him, as the bear, perhaps sensing the preparedness, decides to retreat, ending the tense standoff. Luckily, the man was left unharmed with spray in hand. Cyclists are forced to stop and endure the freezing snow after some of them report seeing something more dangerous than the freezing weather. Captured on camera, a predator appears approaching the cyclists, making them stick to the ground as if already frozen by the snow. The cyclists, fearing an attack, shout at the animal, their voices echoing concern as they anticipate retaliation from the bear. Brown bears, commonly referred to as grizzly bears, pose a significant risk, particularly when they sense a threat, are caught off guard, or perceive humans as potential dangers to their offspring or territory. The bear appeared to pass casually, showing no curiosity in the surroundings, leaving the cyclists unscathed and wondering at the encounter. It will be a tale to be remembered among the cyclists. On a tranquil morning hike, two men are startled by an unexpected visitor slowly advancing toward them. Alarmed, one man vocalizes his concern, consistently shouting at the bear, displaying a mix of fear and anger. The tense atmosphere lingers as the bear hesitates, seemingly undeterred by the vocal confrontation on the quiet trail. Relieved, the men watch as the bear disappears into the wilderness. In Cades Cove, a man disregarded park rules, perilously risking his life by defying regulations and approaching what shouldn't be disturbed. In the recorded encounter, the man provokes a charging mama bear while reaching for cubs, leaving onlookers in fear, but he miraculously emerges unharmed. A man's risky approach to bear cubs on a Saturday draws a crowd. Despite a charging mama bear, he appears proud. Concerned visitors informed park rangers of a perilous bear encounter. The elusive man sparked investigations into potential charges, raising wildlife conservation concerns. The incident underscores the critical need to respect wildlife and follow park rules, safeguarding both human safety and the bear ecosystem. Luckily, no one was harmed, as seen in the video. At the beginning of this heart-stopping encounter, a group of campers can be seen recording a large grizzly bear scavenging for food. The bear can be seen already full after it went through the campers' trash. which was also the reason it got near them in the first place. The campers continue recording the bear as it also stares at them, eventually deciding to show them why they shouldn't look too closely. They understandably get frightened by the charge, prompting them to hide in their tents for safety while waiting for what's going to happen next. A fully grown grizzly bear can outweigh a human significantly, with males weighing between 600 to 1,500 pounds, surpassing the average human weight by a large margin. Thankfully, the predator decides to leave them alone after scaring them. Expecting a safe encounter, a man's nerves are rattled when he faces an unforeseen and startling situation beyond his anticipation. In a misguided move, a man tries to pet a grizzly, prompting a chase and a frenzied dash onto his car. The adrenaline-fueled escape leads the man to perch on his car roof, a surreal moment of intense fear. Descending cautiously, the man faced the bear again, mimicking a charge that compelled the bear's slow retreat. The incident underscores the nature of human-bear interactions and the need for respecting wildlife boundaries in nature. Running through a trail, a runner enjoys his day, taking in the fresh air of nature without paying a single mind to anything. Moments later, while running through the trail, the runner looks to his right only to see a frightening sight awaiting him. He speeds up while also trying to maintain calm in the process to avoid tripping over obstacles, which would make things worse for him. When running or hiking in areas where bears are known to inhabit, it is advisable to carry bear spray or a firearm for protection. In the video, the person continues running as quickly as possible, periodically glancing back to ensure the bear is not pursuing them. Body cameras are a true blessing, turning the unseen into a captivating spectacle. One morning, the cyclist zoomed through a trail, enjoying the peaceful ride and the excitement of the trail beneath the wheels. Unaware of what lay ahead, he reveled in the thrill, riding the trail without knowing an unexpected encounter would soon disrupt the excitement. The biker encounters an obstacle blocking the dirt path he is in, leaving him no choice but to venture into the forest on foot. He runs and hides behind a tree, looking around only to see a horrifying predator waiting for him to come out. Encounters between bikers and bears on trails are infrequent but possible where bear populations intersect with biking areas, especially during foraging. Unscathed, both continued their day, resuming their journeys and leaving the encounter without any disruption. On a sunlit morning beside the lake, a group of people become captivated by an extraordinary sight unfolding before them. Astonished onlookers observe as the bear casually wanders, appearing oblivious to its surroundings. Some freeze in place, while others carry on unfazed. A serene atmosphere envelops the scene, with individuals near the bear standing motionless, captivated, and admiring the predator. The serene scene unfolded as the bear and people coexisted, showcasing a rare and spine-chilling moment of nature. Fortunately, the animal seems disinterested in the people around, leaving them unharmed. A man hiking in the woods captures a mother bear and her two cubs strolling around the forest looking for food. Unfortunately, the bear notices the man, introducing a twist to what was earlier a tranquil riverside scene. The bear abruptly sprints toward the man, stopping nearby, assessing the potential threat in this tense wilderness encounter. Luckily, the man emerges unharmed as the bear switches to defense mode, averting a potentially dangerous encounter in the wild. Balancing curiosity and safety remains crucial in navigating delicate situations during outdoor encounters. Two bikers, invigorated by morning excitement, encountered something hinting at an adventure to elevate their heartbeats. Spotting the formidable predator, he urgently calls out to grab his friend's notice, alerting him to the imminent danger. The bear, seemingly comprehending the biker's assurance of non-aggression, feigned a charge, creating a moment of heightened tension. Following the tension, the bear retreats, as if signaling to the biker that he has trespassed into the bear's territory. Bears can be dangerous, especially if they feel threatened, surprised, or provoked, but they generally avoid confrontations with humans when possible. Fortunately, this biker's arrogance didn't get him injured in the encounter. A man, hearing noises coming from his backyard, is forced to investigate the unusual and frightening sounds he is hearing. He walks towards his backyard and hears the senses something fishy under his back deck, so he takes a peek, only to see this. Both the predator and man are surprised to see each other, halting their movements while waiting for someone to make a move. As the frightening face-to-face encounter continues, the predator eventually runs out of patience and does something terrifying. The predator eventually decides to leave the guy's property, but not before giving him a taste of how brutal bears can be. No one was harmed during the encounter, which is very fortunate considering the circumstances. What appears to be an ordinary day of photography took an unexpected turn, transforming into an exhilarating encounter with the extraordinary. After encountering the mother bear and her cub, the photographer is forced to stand still after the cub decides to do this. Situated on a gravel beach, the group engaged in stern communication to redirect the bear cub back to its mother. The bear family, accustomed to photographers for over 30 years, remained close and settled down for a nap. Luckily, the bears caused no harm to the man filming. A tranquil creature was captured on video, leisurely strolling and engrossed in its affairs, completely unconcerned and carefree. This bear, documented on film, casually roamed without a care, embodying a serene attitude and an indifferent demeanor. After finally reaching the pond, the predator lays down in it, while the person holding the camera continues to record the encounter. The video then cuts to a very frightening scene, which is something that you should watch on your own. Unfortunately, the clip ends there, and what happened after this is unknown. A curious creature explores a tow truck, capturing the attention of a worker who pauses work to film its antics. The bear, inquisitive and playful, wanders around the tow truck, attempting to climb up, making things extremely dangerous. The worker, frightened by the bear's antics, takes a break to record the petrifying scene, not moving a muscle to avoid shocking the predator. Fortunately, the interaction between the bear and the tow truck remains harmless, creating a lighthearted and entertaining moment. Although bears aren't normally aggressive to humans when unprovoked, it is still advisable to avoid interactions with bears. The clip ends with the predator retreating into the forest. This next encounter shows a large grizzly bear standing in front of a guy on his back, seemingly unafraid of the predator. The situation gets worse, though, as moments later the predator decides to do something shocking to the helpless man. The man tries to reprimand the bear by shouting at it and scaring it, but all his efforts seem to be useless as the animal continues. Grizzly bears are immensely strong, possessing powerful muscles and the ability to exert tremendous force, making them formidable in various physical activities. This is very dangerous, as his body could easily be injured by the predator's sharp claws and strong muscles. In the end, the animal eventually stops bullying the man, leaving him alone. Two bikers halted as something leisurely crossed the road, oblivious to onlookers, appreciating its unhurried journey. The bear ambled at its own pace, indifferent to the human spectators, suggesting it was simply going about its day. Despite the presence of people, the bear remained undisturbed, emphasizing its nonchalant attitude toward the human onlookers. With a calm demeanor, the bear strolled without interruption, creating a tranquil scene of coexistence with the observing humans. The bear's relaxed stroll across the road highlighted a peaceful encounter as it continued its day, unperturbed by human observers. The bear disappeared into the woods, and it is unknown what happens next. The clip begins with a photographer recording a bear minding its own business and just strolling around the forest. Moments later, the predator begins to move while the photographer continues recording the entire situation. The animal eventually gets too close for comfort, which leads the photographer to move, capturing this hair-raising clip. The man continues recording the animal but remains unharmed throughout the video. Startled bikers paused, threw apples, and shared an intense moment as they tried to keep bears at bay using food. The bikers continued to give the predators food as they slowly tried to move forward and away from the encounter. Luckily, no one was harmed in the video being posted. A biker just trying to enjoy a normal day out meets a couple of unexpected companions staring him down as he passes by. Bears, including grizzlies, can potentially catch bikers due to their ability to run at high speeds for short distances. Thankfully, this does not happen in the video, and the biker remains unharmed. On a regular workday, a group of men found themselves inside a tractor, entertaining an unexpected and hungry visitor. The bear, driven by curiosity, climbed up and around the tractor, leaving the men in a state of panic. Locked inside, they anxiously observed the unfolding situation, their apprehension growing with each passing moment. Anticipating how to get in, the bear persisted, making the situation tense. Fortunately, after a while, the bear gave up its attempts. With a collective sigh of relief, the men witnessed the bear sitting at the side of the road, licking its paws as if the encounter never happened. The video ends there, and it's unknown what's next. In a tranquil village, a man grips bear spray, the reason unclear, until a camera reveals the reason, casually strolling by. The man and bear lock eyes, a tense moment, frozen in time, akin to casual strangers acknowledging each other's presence. Quiet pervades as the bear walks away, leaving behind an unusual encounter that lingers in the air like suspended breath. Secluded, yet tense, the village witnesses an unexpected interaction, the man and bear sharing a brief, terrifying moment. The clip ends with the predator eventually walking away and leaving him alone. This spine-chilling encounter depicts a grizzly bear casually sitting beside a busy road, instilling fear in anyone who passes by. The creature appears unfazed by the dozens of passing cars as it continues to casually engage in something extremely frightening. With the bear walking towards him, he is left with no other choice but to sit still and hope that the predator does not take an interest in him. The biker eventually gets the chance to run away after the bear relaxes again.